Welcome back to JezzEdify. Before we begin, if you love uncovering fascinating stories from around the world, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep making content like this. Today, we're taking a journey into the heart of England to discover a secret few have ever heard about. A hidden clan whose story is woven through the mists of time. Get ready to explore the enigmatic world of the Ordovices, one of Britain's most mysterious ancient peoples. To understand who the Ordovices were, we need to travel back thousands of years. The Ordovices were a fierce Celtic clan inhabiting the mountainous regions of what is now mid-Wales. Their origins trace back to the Celtic Britons, who arrived in Britain during the Bronze Age, a period in England that lasted from around 2500 BC to 800 BC. These migrations brought new technologies and cultural practices from continental Europe, particularly from areas resembling ancient France. This migration wasn't a violent invasion but a gradual movement of traders, families and farmers, bringing with them the Celtic language and culture that would shape early Britain. Unlike some clans who built massive hill forts, the Ordovices lived in small fortified farms nestled in valleys and rugged terrain. They were skilled farmers and warriors, fiercely defending their lands against Roman conquest well into the 1st century AD. Their resistance was legendary, with leaders like Caratacus rallying the Ordovices alongside neighbouring clans to fight the Roman legions. But the story of the Ordovices is not just one of warfare and survival. It's also a story of deep connection to the land and rich mystical traditions. Their way of life was deeply intertwined with nature. Farming, herding, and living in harmony with the wild landscapes around them defined their daily existence. Their settlements were modest but well defended, reflecting a community that valued both resilience and secrecy. What truly sets the Ordovices apart, however, is the mystical layer beneath their everyday existence. Like many Celtic peoples, they believed in a world where the natural and supernatural intertwined. Ancient Britons, including the Ordovices, practiced forms of folk magic and revered the spirits of the land, a tradition that evolved into what later became known as the cunning folk in Britain. These cunning folk were known for their charms, spells and rituals, some invoking divine names, others calling upon ancient spirits. One fascinating ritual, the Toad Bone Rite, was believed to grant magical powers through a secretive process involving nature's creatures. These mystical practices hint at a shamanistic heritage, connecting the Ordovices clan to a spiritual world where fairy realms and subterranean halls were real places visited in visionary journeys. As history marched on, the Ordovices faced new challenges that would change their way of life forever. With the Roman conquest in the late 1st century AD, the Ordovices were eventually subdued, their lands absorbed into the Roman province of Britannia. Over centuries, their distinct identity faded as Roman, Anglo-Saxon and later Norman influences reshaped Britain. Yet, despite these changes, the spirit of the Ordovices clan endured. Their legacy lives on in folklore, place names, and the lingering Celtic cultural threads woven into Welsh and English heritage. Their mystical traditions morphed into local customs, blending with Christian beliefs and surviving in the practices of rural cunning folk well into the 20th century. Today, descendants of these ancient clans live within modern Britain, their heritage a subtle but vital part of the cultural mosaic. So what does this ancient heritage mean in today's world? In modern England and Wales, the legacy of these ancient clans is recognised not only culturally but increasingly in terms of Indigenous rights and heritage preservation. While England does not have officially recognised Indigenous clans like some other countries, the UK government supports the protection of cultural heritage and promotes human rights for all communities, including those with Indigenous roots. Around the world, there is a growing awareness of just how important Indigenous and local communities are in preserving both biodiversity and cultural diversity. The United Kingdom, for its part, has committed itself to international agreements that support the rights of Indigenous peoples and encourage sustainable land use. Although the Ordovices as a clan no longer exist in any political form, their descendants and those who carry on their cultural legacy really do benefit from these kinds of protections. Plus, the stories and traditions of clans like these truly enrich the national identity and, well, they inspire ongoing efforts to preserve ancient sites and folklore. This modern perspective actually resonates with broader themes we've seen in other countries, such as the United States, where the government under President Biden has taken some historic steps to empower Native American communities through economic development, greater sovereignty, and cultural recognition. It's a clear reminder of the global movement towards honoring indigenous heritage and rights. So next time you wander through the Welsh hills or stand beneath the ancient stones scattered across England, just remember the Ordovices, a hidden clan whose fierce spirit, mystical traditions, and deep connection to the land still whisper through the ages. Their story is not just one of ancient battles and lost kingdoms, but of enduring culture, mystery, and the timeless human quest to belong and protect what makes us unique. If you enjoyed this journey into England's hidden past, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JezzEdify for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating secrets. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.